Are you gonna sit in the fucking frame?
Yeah, I am in the frame.
It just
Barely. Like,
Just a
Oh
dot.
wow!
scoot the
God.
fuck over. Like,
Holy fuck, you got some editing to do, sister.
you look like you fucking hate your goddamn wife, is what that looks like. No, that's going in. That is totally going in.
That's a
No,
two.
Alright, so this week on A Tale of Two Geeks, we are going to be talking about bullshit. No. We are going
Random thoughts.
Is that how I'm opening it?
Yes.
It's not random thoughts, we're not calling it random thought.
Wow. Edit that part out.
Oh hell yes.
Start over.
Redo.
This is why you should be picking after your podcast. This week on A Tale of Two Geeks, we are going to be talking about cannibalism.
Among other things.
Possibly. Probably not, because I'm just going to like cover his mouth whenever he speaks. Anyway, so before we get started with all of that, we would like to give a shout out to our sponsors. We're going to try to actually remember them all this time, because we made a list, because we're smart. So, Harry, who is our official sponsor.
Which one?
Our official sponsor, the one that like sort of pays us money.
Yeah. Oh. Anyways, the first one is Code Authors. Go to codeauthors.com and get some website development done, app development, e-commerce, all that jazz. And if you enter in the promo code, the number 2, followed by the word Geeks, you get 15% off of anything that you decide to purchase. That's codeauthors.com.
And then there is Relationship Hero. That is the company that I work for. We do relationship advice, dating advice, all that jazz. If there's somebody in your life that you're trying to get back with or move on from, or you want to like find out how to hook up easy on Tinder. I guess Twitter also. I could make that work. That's what we do there. And if you use the promo code...
Promo go? What the fuck is
Why
a promo
are you
go?
shaking your head at me?
Nothing. Continue.
The promo code RH200, we will give you... What the fuck is wrong?
I'm just learning what you can get from relationshiphero.com if you enter into promo code what?
We are scrapping all of that, and stop staring at me while I'm trying to do mine.
Are we redoing it all over again?
Yes!
No!
Yes, because Harry won't quit fucking with me. You just sit there and look serious.
Fuck that!
Don't stare at me while I'm trying to do the promo stuff, because I have to, like, that's the only part that's scripted. Sort of. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
This week on A Tale of Two Geeks, we are going to be talking about cannibalism. And we have special guests with us this time. We have Taylor and Chris.
Apparently I can't just whatever.
Why
Gesticulate.
can't we talk today?
But before we get into all of that, let's give a shout out to our sponsors. So, Harry, who is our official sponsor.
I'm allowed to talk.
Yes, you are allowed to talk.
Codeauthors.com for all your website, app, and e-commerce needs. If you enter in the promo code, the number 2, followed by the word Geeks, that's 2 Geeks, you get 15% off of whatever it is that you want to buy at codeauthors.com. Back to you, Brandy.
And then we have Relationship Hero. That is the company that I work for. Relationship advice, dating advice, moving on, hate your mother-in-law. We'll help you with all of that. If you use the promo code RH200, we will give you an extra 10 minutes for free. Then, on top of that, we have, let's make sure I don't forget people, Rick's Comic City. He's really interested in that bourbon. Rick's Comic City. That is our local comic shop. We love them. They're always doing stuff with us. So
3
Go to-
locations, 2 in Clarksville, 1 in Nashville.
go to your local comic shop because that's how they stay alive. And then Harry, you want to shout out to somebody else, or am I just gonna go?
Hold this. We also have Definitely Impressed. They made our t-shirt. Amongst other things, like not this pillow, but other pillows that have my likeness on it in 16-bit or possibly 8-bit. And that's Definitely Impressed. If you want something from him, just contact us and we'll contact him. It's kind of a CIA, NSA kind of deal where he doesn't talk to anybody except us.
He's just a hermit, is what it is. He's just a social, socially awkward, he's
The noise in the background is dogs.
He doesn't talk to people.
But if you got on Relationship Heroes, you could talk to people.
He should. So then we also have Josh's coin rings. I could show you a ring that he made me, but I forgot it and it's in there. But anyway, so Josh's coin rings, he takes coins and makes them into rings. He also makes all kinds of other stuff. We've been trying to get on him about changing the name of the company because, Josh's coin rings is kind of bland, so change the name of the company, Josh. But they're amazing.
That might be an episode. We might gather a group of people and be like, Josh's coin rings.
This is an intervention.
Let's
Josh.
do this.
Brainstorm.
Yes.
We do need to hold an intervention for Josh. But yeah, so he makes all kinds of cool stuff. You can check him out on, I think he's on Etsy, and then he also has a Facebook page. And then our lovely editor Buddy and our tech guy Brandon, because they're awesome and they help us out a lot. And then there's somebody else, Harry.
There's Samantha Spooky for all your cosplay naughty bits. She has safe for works, but she also has not safe for work. You can see her on Instagram and Facebook, and she has a Patreon. We have a Patreon.
Yes, and we would appreciate it if you would help to keep A Tale of Two Geeks going. So,
and if you decide you wanted to donate, we may or may not. We have bad memories. Mention you in an episode. Do we have any Patreons right now?
You
we have
one.
a couple.
You have one.
We have one.
I looked online. You have one.
What's his name or her
Don't
name?
know.
Oh,
I can't look it up. You have one, but it's
Dingle Snots.
unfortunately not me.
Is that their name, Dingle Snots?
No, but if your name is Dingle Snots, give me a Patreon and or become a patron, and I'll.
They'll do an episode with
I've already
you.
fucking mentioned you, so there you go, Dingle Snot. But okay, so that's it.
anyway, yes. So now on to cannibalism.
Yes. Let's pop the question here. Out of curiosity, would you eat? And this is not like a survival
Actually,
instance.
I think we should hold that for uno momento, por favor, because yours is a little more intense than the question that I always ask people. So I think we should start with the question that I ask people, and then the question that you ask people. So
This is what it's like to be married, folks. Don't get married.
really don't. It's horrible. So I think I've asked you this question before.
As we say this to the engaged people, don't get married.
Hey, we're still engaged. We have time to run. I'm trying.
So no, okay. You are flying over a mountain, in a plane. You'll probably see
And a plane?
And a claim? What the fuck is a claim?
In a plane.
This is Ireland.
A claim.
A crane.
You're flying over a
And-
mountain in a plane.
Okay.
Plane crashes.
Like Grey's
Pilot
Anatomy.
dies.
Yeah.
Nothing but snow. You know that
Why is it gotta be snow?
Will you fucking let me
'Cause we're on a
ask the
fucking
goddamn
mountain.
question?
In Ireland.
Not
And a
Ireland.
claim.
It's not. The mountain is not in Ireland. Do they have mountains in Ireland?
They fucking have my.
You don't have to have mountains everywhere, motherfucker. No, there aren't.
Name one place that doesn't have a mountain.
Tundras don't have mountains. By definition.
I was thinking
Go
more
back
like
to
a
geography
place.
class. Anyway, so no, your also a valley wouldn't have a mountain, but you know,
A valley. Okay.
Queen.
it wouldn't have
But
a mountain.
that's
so
different.
Okay.
Okay.
Smaller amount.
Semantics.
Okay,
That's
so you're flying over a mountain, plane crashes, pilot's dead, you're
Snow.
snowing.
Yeah, snowing.
and-
There's no vegetation. There is no
Okay.
animals. There is absolutely nothing to eat. You're going to starve to death, right? Unless you eat pilot. Are you gonna eat pilot?
Yeah.
Survival situation, yeah.
Even though once the pilot's gone, you're probably still not gonna make it. It's like
I mean,
Instinct takes over at that point,
I mean,
right?
here's the thing, like, you can still try to do in survival mode, which a lot of people do, is seek out and try to go find some shelter, anything, or even find civilization. If you're flying, you've already paid attention of where you're kinda at a little bit, so you can use that as direction, but here's the thing, I'm either going to die freezing to death, or die because I ate a person, and I'm gonna be in pain either way. Might as well eat the person so that I can survive just a little bit longer.
for the lengthen the possibility of being rescued.
I mean, not everyone. I just want to point out that not everyone pays attention to where they're flying over. Like if I'm in a plane, I have drinks,
But
and I am at
you
high
didn't ask
altitude.
for you asked for me.
I'm just.
This is true. This is
Yeah.
true.
She was like, well, she said that most people,
Yeah, most people
Well, no,
do.
most people are looking out the
I didn't
fucking
say
window
all.
and be like, look at all those tiny little ants out down
That
there.
doesn't mean they remember
I will
it.
rule them.
It doesn't mean they remember it because
Peasants.
high altitude and plus,
Not
alcohol.
everybody's an alcoholic like you, dear.
But they give you free drinks.
What plane gives you free alcohol?
Like for real, yo.
Where are you flying? Because I've been flying on a couple of them and I have not gotten.
This bitch always
I
flies,
get water.
flies first class
Oh, ew.
because the carry-on package is cheaper.
It's cheaper because you don't pay for checked luggage.
I mean,
So it
I,
ends up being cheaper.
Well, thank you, fucking Daddy Warbucks.
I just can't afford that. I'm a peasant folk.
But how do you take clothes if you don't?
You put them in a backpack and you wear the backpack throughout the place.
I can't fit. We went to 3 days in Nashville, and how many bags did I have?
Yeah, but you also need like 3 bags just for shoes.
I only had 1 bag for shoes. I'll have you know.
You had a bag for shoes?
It also has
Ask her,
jewelry
ask
and
her how
belts.
many fucking pairs of shoes she wore that weekend. For 3 fucking days.
I wore all of them.
She wore 3.
I took
Anyway.
3.
Would you?
I wore 3. And I took 4.
Brady,
I wore
would you
4.
eat the person?
Well, fuck yeah.
Harry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Obvious.
mean,
You're
come on. I'm cooking that motherfucker up and I'm like slicing him
Yeah,
up
but
and
the thing
like
is, if it's
putting him
snowing
in the
and
snow.
there's
You're making a
nothing-
gourmet human
How are you
meal.
gonna make the fire if it's snowing? Unless
Well,
the
that's
Well, no,
it.
you
But
can make
it's
a
the
fire
plane.
in snow.
Yeah,
That's
but I'm
just it,
thinking
though.
like all the tools to need it. I mean, the plane's probably gonna be on fire, so it doesn't really matter.
I mean, there's your
But
fire
what
right
the-
there.
and then the
But-
pilot's already cooked, so then
what-
you have jerky and just put it in your little backpack and just.
Well, jerky's dehydration of the
you know,
Yeah.
You have a steak.
Would you eat it raw?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, I pretty much eat my
Well,
steak raw.
hang on. That gets into my question. So never mind. I was about to say
I thought this question was going to be way worse.
Just
Yeah.
will you eat? Will you just yes or no?
my question's gonna
Will you eat it?
probably be a little worse.
Would you eat it raw? Would you eat?
Would I eat it raw?
Would you eat the pilot raw?
I mean, once hunger sets in, yeah.
All right, now slightly different question. The pilot isn't dead; he's just injured. Do you kill him?
That's what I thought the original question was going to be.
Okay.
Now, how injured is he?
yeah. That's
Is he
the thing.
going to die?
I mean, you somehow aren't fucking injured at all. He's injured somewhat.
Like how
And-
injured
Yeah, but
are?
define injured.
Like to the point he's defenseless, you mean?
I mean, to the point.
Do I have
like,
to
he
carry
has
him or
less of
drag
a
him?
chance. All that matters is he has less of a chance of making it off this mountain alive than you.
I mean,
Like-
yeah, it's Lord of the Flies. Fuck it.
Also, like
They're gonna burn
less of a
him.
chance. Like, are we talking like a couple hours, a couple days?
Okay, how injured would he need to be for you to kill him?
I
Or
mean,
would you just wait for him
Like
to die?
10% survival.
I mean,
15%.
he's not surviving the night. If he could survive the night, there's a good chance that, because humans can survive 7 days without eating. We can only go 3 days without drinking. Folks, don't eat snow. It will lower your temperature and cause hypothermia, and you'll die faster. You have to fucking basically pack snow in, put it up against your body, warm it up to create water. Do not eat snow. It's fucking terrible for you.
I've watched Bear Grylls, I know.
Right.
Just
Bear Grylls a fucking
piss on
survivor
it.
name.
Piss on it, it'll melt, and then you got more, and you just drink your own piss.
Don't do that, Art. Just fucking pack it on so it melts and put it in a bottle. You can actually fucking boil it too. You can boil a plastic bottle. Survivor man. But
So
if he doesn't survive the night, I'm fucking eating his ass.
Okay, what if
There's
he
so
survives
many-
6
so many-
days?
Only 6 days?
He's alive.
What
It's
the fuck
sixth
have I
fucking day.
done that he can only survive for fucking 6 days? I mean, if he has survived for fucking 6 days, that motherfucker should be able to survive 3 more weeks.
I'm just
Wait.
thinking, is he like screaming the entire time, where then I'm contemplating to kill him to shut him up?
Okay,
Or
Yeah, is he bitching?
hold on.
yeah,
Hold on. We'll question his time. So,
I need more details in order to decide if I'm
If
going to
he's-
kill him or not to eat
you
him.
can only live 7 days without food. It's day 6.
I mean, it's not day 7.
If we're getting personalized here, I'm gonna be good for like 4 weeks. Okay? So.
I mean, if you're the pilot, Bubba, I'm already looking at you
Hey,
like
man,
fucking one of them
you're gonna
old
have
Looney
fat.
Tune
You're gonna
commercials.
have fat, but you know the muscle's gonna be limited. So.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
but
can
it's
serve
already
up the fat.
marbleized, so that means the meat's going to be juicier.
Ooh, that's right.
I
Am
mean,
I
I'm gonna be
dead
looking at
or
you.
am I injured though?
I mean, I'm going to be looking at you like one of those old fucking Looney Tune commercials where you turn into a turkey.
Hold on. This is the question of how good of friends you are. Is he dead or is he injured? When you're looking at him like a fucking turkey.
I mean, I've already explained where, you know, he's the pilot. And you've explained that the pilot is only got, you know, the pilot's injured, I'm not.
Mhm.
So, if Chris is the pilot, and I'm not, and that motherfucker's injured, and like, Chris, bro, I mean...
The real question is, even if the pilot was not dead, he was alive and not injured, would you contemplate killing him to eat him? That's the question, because if someone's
Would-
injured, I'm more than likely just out of survival after a while look at them and be like, they're the weakest link, goodbye. And do it that way. Versus if they're not, then it's more of,
But you would kill him if you had to.
I mean, fuck yeah.
Well, what are the chances of, you know, also you being the weakest link and the pilot looking at you and be like, I'm a fucking pilot. I've gone through the training and all this other shit.
I mean, probably I'm
You won't
a
die.
weakling, so I expect I'm probably either going to be someone's bitch or someone's going to eat me in not a sexual way. So, be quick squeezing my
So
arm
they-
when I say perverted things.
So she already got
Wait, did you fucking squeeze
No, I
her
realize
ass?
this.
He's like, oh
Squeeze her
yeah,
ass.
baby. I get turned down when the thought of you dying and getting eaten.
In a
God.
Yeah,
non-sexual
fucking
way.
weirdo.
So Taylor's already cut to the fucking root question of she would fucking murder a person, like if she had to, like, and just eat them up.
Yeah, it's survival.
Would you?
No.
You're not murdering them.
No.
Even if they're injured.
No, he would. He's a big old teddy
Harry.
bear.
I mean, I want to say yes, but I also want to say that, you know, I'm going to survive. I'm going to eat that motherfucker.
If
Right.
you would have said no, I didn't think we can continue our friendship. Because that means we're nothing alike.
If they're
anymore.
injured, then I will wait for them to die, and if they die, then fine. But I'm not
Well,
killing them.
Oh, also, I don't think I'm going to wait for him to die. I think I would kill him due to the simple fact that the meat will spoil once it's dead. You have once,
Whoa, that's fucking dark, motherfucker.
It's not when you're
once
surviving.
the meat, once somebody dies and
loses
necrosis
oxygen.
sets in, the meat becomes toxic. Well, more toxic.
No, actually, I don't think so. Like, you can preserve human meat the same way you can preserve animal meat. Like, we're just mammals. So as long as you keep it chilled, which you're on the top of a fucking mountain and covered with snow, you can keep that motherfucker
That means
chilled.
I gotta keep that pilot fucking, even when they're alive, packed in fucking snow.
Well, they're already fucking packed in snow and probably gonna die of hypothermia anyway.
No, they're not packed in snow. They're sitting in the fucking plane.
Can we
Surrounded by snow.
Well, they're surrounded by snow, but they're not packed in snow.
No, but it's
I was
like
just thinking
surrounded.
the
just
second they
cut
die,
them
you
up and
just pull them out.
call in on for once.
Just pull them out.
All right,
Throw 'em in the snow.
now we've established
You're marrying this. This is
some of us are fucking, you know.
and this is
Some of
marriage
y'all are
counseling
murderers.
before you get married.
Now, let's get to my question.
Okay.
You have an
Oh, God.
individual who is not injured,
Mm-hmm.
who is not sick. All blood tests have proven that they're disease free, and have said, "I volunteer to be eaten."
Are
Would
we in
you
the
eat
same?
them?
So, or is it just like a normal talk like this, or is it in a survival mode like Brandy's
No,
talking? So
this
it's just a normal.
This is just a normal
So-
conversation.
I don't know how I would feel about that because one, it's illegal, even if they're consenting.
No, you can get away with it. Everything is fucking kosher.
Right.
Everything is you can
So
walk
if
away
the
with
times
this.
are different,
So
it
we have
wasn't.
to kill them?
No, I didn't.
Hold
No.
So if it-
That's things we need to know, though.
If the times were different and it's not as taboo and it's actually legal, I would actually do it just to try.
Just for curiosity's sake.
Yeah, I would actually do
Are you
it.
talking like non-survival?
Well, actually, cannibalism is not illegal.
I thought it was illegal in the United States because a cop and another person consented to eat one person. Like, they both consented, and pretty sure they actually went to court and got arrested and went to jail for.
Look this shit up.
cannibalism.
Is cannibalism illegal in the United States?
Well, that's search history.
Consensual cannibalism is a thing.
Consensual.
It is a thing. You
Well,
got that
honey,
double C.
when I die, you do not have my consent to eat me.
I don't want to eat you.
Good.
I want somebody healthier.
Wow.
So I'm about to break this down.
Because I picture, like, if
Now-
I ate you, I'm just going to be chewing on the meat for a little while, like when you have, like, a steak. You're just chewing and the flavors
Let me
gone.
give my example
She's saying I'm like,
so that you guys can expound on yours. Obviously, my answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
But
Ah.
because we have, well, the person who helped me develop this conversation have laid down the rules that, you know, when you go hunting, there's a difference between corn-fed and grass-fed, like when it comes to cows. There's a different taste.
Mm-hmm.
So what's, you know, to say that there's not the same thing for humans?
I imagine there is because,
Right.
I mean, look at Jeffrey Dahmer, for example. He picked out certain victims.
I would not eat
Well,
an American.
Dahmer picked out victims based on
I
their.
mean, he was sexually attracted to him, too.
Well, but it was more based on his sexual attraction than their, like, you know, yeah.
I'm breaking it down by ethnicity, and region, and gender, and
anything
age.
else that
I
you
wouldn't
can
eat
think of.
an American.
I would not eat an American because Americans are predominantly, their diets are just greasy and not in the fatty ways that would be tasty. For the foods that I like, I would probably pick a woman from the Mediterranean region in her early 30s who has had a kid.
Why have a kid?
Because there's more fat on her body,
Okay.
and which means the fat has marbleized into the meat, which means the meat's going to be juicier
I can see
and
that.
possibly sweeter. And it's going to carry that Mediterranean because the Mediterranean diet is a lot of, you know, it's vegetables, it's seafood, it's leaner meat and shit like that. So that taste is going to carry over. It's going to be olive oily and, you know,
got
just
it.
spices that I like to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what I want to eat. I want to cut off a piece of meat. I haven't decided really whether I want thigh meat, breast meat. I think it would be a little bit too fatty because breasts in humans rather are a lot more fattier than they are in like animals and shit. Well,
I would consider
And
like the calf
non-mammals.
and the thigh would be more of the dark meat.
humans aren't. I don't think humans are
I
red
mean,
meat.
like, I know, but I'm like comparing it to like with chickens because that's where they use most
Well,
of the
dark
muscle.
meat is juicier than white meat on like turkeys and poultries.
Mhm.
Like white meat on a turkey is drier than it is in
Yeah.
fucking a thigh or a leg. That's why I always grab a drumstick on a turkey.
So I always grab the breast.
She likes her meat drier. I like it juicier. That's why I always grab a fucking drumstick. So I would pick a Mediterranean woman in her early 30s who has had a child to eat.
My husband, ladies and gentlemen, he's given this a lot of thought.
Sure has.
And now
No,
the
I'm
wheels
good.
are turning because you're like,
Mhm.
do I do Caribbean because that would be
I
a
was
little
actually
spicier,
thinking that.
fucking a little bit
Doing the
smokier.
Caribbean,
Do I do
Jamaican.
Ethiopian, which is extremely fucking spicy? Do I do Asian, which would possibly be more fishier? Do I do Inuit, which is gonna be a lot fatter but fishier? So you're breaking down like the region of people now, the the geographical region of a
I
person.
can see you being more of a European.
So you're like a fucking blood sausage kind of guy? Are we? Wait, what
No.
European are we talking about? Are we talking about? Well, hang on. Let's back it up.
Nordic.
Taylor,
Hmm.
you get to choose
You're not the Frank.
what. All right. So, what gender would you eat?
Male.
Okay. What?
Just
Why?
because I'm thinking that they're a little bit more muscular, so then you have more of a chewier taste versus it's tougher.
Oh, let me back up, real quick. Sorry. I would also eat medium rare.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would probably be male, a little bit more athletic, just because it's tougher. I would think versus like when you get a steak.
You need more muscle.
Yeah, it's muscular. Probably Caribbean, just for more of the spice taste, if there is one.
I mean, if it carries over like
Yeah.
it does in other
Mhm.
animals, which humans are animals.
Yeah, but you also get more of like the seafood too.
The Caribbean, correct me if I'm wrong, which I could be wrong, is more of a porkish seafood diet.
Mm-hmm. You get the salty taste to it. Is how I'm.
I'm not a
picturing.
big fan of salt, so.
I am. Hence why I'm a fat piece of shit.
You're not.
I mean, children really don't matter for a male or not, because they're not really carrying it.
Also, did stay away from the veal of, even though
Mm-hmm.
when I asked Bob, because I asked this question to Bob, and Bob was like, "Oh no," and he broke. I can't remember what it was, but
I can imagine Bob breaking it down and like giving you a PowerPoint and
this
everything.
motherfucker was like the veal part, and I was like, "Bob, it's fucking kids," and he's like, "Harry, you asked the question. Veal of the
Not a-
human is going to be the juiciest and the most tender," and I'm like, "That's a good point."
I'm
However,
thinking
I'm not
maybe-
eating a fucking kid.
like ages between 25 to 36, because that's before your testosterone starts breaking down, and then your calcium levels are slowly starting to drift down a little bit too.
So we're talking a male.
Mm-hmm. And it's prime 25 to 36.
Any Pacific specific because we're that would be actually
Uh-huh.
the Atlantic or the Caribbean. Any specific ethnicity, or we're just gonna stick with native?
We're just gonna stick with native.
Okay.
This is a survival situation, right?
No,
No.
this is curiosity.
This is curiosity.
This is you get to pick.
He wouldn't do it. I would think you would not like eat.
I don't know. We're about to find out.
I
Chris.
really
you
don't,
eat a person?
because he doesn't
Everything-
even. Here's the thing. I'm gonna
Out of curiosity,
explain.
no.
Here's
I'm
my
not a person of
reasoning
curiosity.
behind it.
Okay.
We were wanting to go to the Jerky Outlet Center. Let me rephrase it. I wanted to go to the Jerky Outlet Center, the
I've
Tommy's.
been wanting to go to it for a while.
This isn't your conversation right now. And they advertise they have kangaroo.
I've had kangaroo. It's
So-
delicious.
We were talking, and I'm like, I would love to try kangaroo, and he's just like, no, they're really cute, blah 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 blah. I don't want to eat it.
Yes.
I'm a softie at heart.
No,
He's a
yes.
softie.
Save the
this
fucking
is why they were like
kangaroos.
each other, and me and you were like each other. So I'm looking at him with like my dumb face, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You
You
wouldn't
mean
try
this
it?
face right here?
Exactly. So that's why I didn't think that he would actually try to eat a human, even if he could or had the possibility to.
So
do
wait,
it.
no, your ideal human, as far as consuming, walks up to you and be like, no, bro, it's completely cool. I'm about to die. I'm donating a piece of me
Wouldn't it?
for you to eat. You don't go to prison. There's no repercussions whatsoever. And you still say,
No, why would I?
for curiosity's sake.
He would.
It's
He wouldn't be curious to.
okay that I'm no
taste
longer
it.
curious, but I'm not curious to begin with. The only time I would want to even consider it is a survival situation.
You're not curious to know what a
No,
human tastes like.
why would I?
Because me and Harry.
I
are
don't
both
have to. I
gonna
got
do it.
all kinds of other shit to eat.
Can we throw a poll after this? Like, would you try human if you could?
Yes, we're
Yeah.
going to throw a fucking poll.
Because I don't.
Because even though you're a big old fucking nammy-pammy when it comes to humans and eating them,
Yeah.
I know little miss over here is going to be like, no, I want to fucking gnaw on somebody. Won't you, dear?
So yes, I would eat a human like a piece of a human. And the only thing, like, I'm not gonna murder the person, but the person comes up to me and is like, yo, I'm gonna fucking die, like, I'm donating a piece of me, like, what piece do you want? I'm gonna be like, breast, please, and then that's gonna be it. Like, I want the peck
Oh, so we're, okay,
of a woman. It's the only part that I want. I don't fucking care about anything else.
so you're a tit woman.
Actually, it ain't even gotta be a woman. I'll eat the peck of a dude. I don't even fucking care. That's all I want.
What region?
I don't care.
Why the peck though?
She likes to dry meat.
It's not going to be dry.
Oh,
Well-
well, yeah, that's true. It's red meat.
Mhm.
This isn't like poultry meat.
If you
See,
want
okay,
good meat
what-
on a human, I'm assuming
what
it'd be the leg.
Part.
There
Or the
is.
glute.
All right, so think of humans as beef.
I'm thinking of humans as beef. What kind of beef do I like?
You don't like beef.
I know, but when I do eat beef, it's like ground beef.
So ground beef is.
She wants that
No,
glute.
I like roast.
So you want
Rump roast.
rump roast, the butt.
You want that glute?
You like bacon? Backstrap.
No, I don't like bacon, really.
Ooh, backstrap.
You don't like bacon?
She's a fucking communist.
So, yeah, I guess, like, give me a good side of glute. Like, I don't want the glute next to the butthole, though. Like, I want
Both
that.
glutes are next to the butthole.
No. I don't want the whole part, is what I'm saying.
You just want the half that's furthest away.
I don't know how big the dude is.
She
but
just wants like a
A
fork.
sliver.
Yeah.
I just want a little piece. Just
Just
taste
go.
it. That's
Taste
it.
I'm good. Well, I've got fucking,
And I don't
the
care.
whole goddamn thigh with a side of potatoes and fucking green beans.
I don't
Can
care
I also
about
make
this.
a note? If any of my coworkers seen this, please don't judge me.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so I'm just
Too
gonna.
late.
I'm gonna throw out like the law on this because I found it in Cornell Law, which is a very well-known law school. So, long story short, no, cannibalism. Like technically, there's not a law prohibiting cannibalism. However, even if the person donates their body to be eaten, they are not seen as necessarily having the right to do so. Therefore, you are still going to be liable for abuse and desecration of a corpse. The exact laws depending on state to state.
Wait.
Whoa,
What if,
hang on a
hold
second.
Hold on. What if they cut a limb off and then you eat it and they're not dead?
That's actually what I was going to point out.
Oh,
Because they're not dead.
so then it's not.
I
That's
it
not
doesn't
illegal.
cover that, so I don't know.
Because you're not desecrating a corpse.
Nope, because the person's still alive. Or you eat it before they die.
You can anesthetize that area and like have it cut off. And then, prepare it the way you want to eat it. Then you eat it. And then like 2 days later they die. Or fucking an hour later they die.
Mm-hmm.
It's still not desecration of a corpse.
Okay. So I'm gonna look into that later. Probably not right now. But also, interesting enough, you can. So, back to the thing earlier where I was asking about the airplane. If the person dies, right, then you would only, be liable for abuse and desecration of corpse. However, if you murder the person, even out of necessity, it is still murder.
Yeah, but they don't have to know that we murdered them.
Once autopsy is performed, but if you're going to eat them, I guess you can cover up whatever autopsy.
Yeah, does
Well, I guess it would depend on how they died and what part you ate, whether or not you could cover that up.
I would eat the part that I caused the most blunt force trauma to.
I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking.
The brain.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, monkey brains are a delicacy in
I mean,
Indonesia
people eat
and
cow.
countries and stuff like that.
Yeah, people eat cow and pig brains all the time.
Oh, that's gross.
And so you need to eat it. It just doesn't matter.
I don't know. I want to try brains.
Go for it.
There's a
I'm sure you
butcher.
can do it here.
Yeah, there's a butcher here that has cow tongue and cow brains. And pig's brains.
Hey,
Very
cheese.
popular in scrambled eggs.
Hey, cheese.
Gross. Gross. No, you can get it at Kroger.
There's actually I've been to a couple of grocery stores like Save-A-Lot. They have it in cans.
Oh,
It's
I bet
brains
that
and eggs.
smells great.
Oh, I haven't opened it. I haven't. I don't think I want to try brains out of a can. I mean, I've eaten Vienna sausages, so
That's kind of gross.
just dump a little hot sauce in there and
Yeah.
eat them right out of the can. I've done that. They're tasty.
Ew.
Don't you ew that shit after we just got done talking about eating the fucking
Yeah,
gimmick,
exactly.
and you're like,
You
ew,
put down
I'm some
the
fucking
reason
Vienna
I have some
sausage and hot.
standards, okay?
Oh my god.
Maybe
I'll
they're
eat a
salty, you should
Caribbean
love them.
person, but I won't fucking eat a Vienna sausage.
No, it's more of like, I just can't get over the smell of them. Like, if I was needing to survive, I'll eat them.
So wait, no, hang on, Brandy. So you haven't picked a region or
I don't care. Because to me, it's not about the flavor of the person, it's about the experience. So I don't care.
I feel like I heard that in a porn.
even though it's possible that the flavor could actually be different from person to person.
Could we just have like a buffet?
There is this
Wow.
one state. There is one state that specifically outlaws cannibalism.
New
What
York?
state is that?
Idaho.
Idaho.
Must have been an issue there.
Wait, where's the Donner Party fucking die at?
No idea.
I don't remember.
There's a good movie about cannibalism. It's called Ravenous. Starts one. What the fuck is his name? Richard something. Can't remember. It's a good movie though. If you eat somebody, it gives you like it makes you like stronger and faster and all. Well, not necessarily like faster, but makes you smarter and stronger and shit like that.
So
Every
we
time
should
you-
just gain their abilities.
Kinda.
You know what in truth is going to happen?
What?
You're going to get that brain disease.
Oh, like mad cow disease.
Yes, but what the fuck is the name of that?
Are you
Well, that's
talking
if
about
you
the-
continue to eat it. I'm not
you
going
talking
to
about what the
continue
deer
to
had,
fucking.
like here lately, like the zombie.
No, something.
No, it's
I'm not going to continually eat fucking
Cougar, I think
humans.
it's called.
It's what?
I thought there was some like you could get
Yeah,
eating
there's-
people.
Yeah, Kuru. There is, well, you have to eat the brain.
You'd have to eat the brain? Shit. Fuck.
Yeah, so there's a chemical in our brains which is
Which is weird because
harmful to
ancient
humans.
Egyptians, when the dead would die, they would eat the brains and the hearts.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, they would.
Did they live to like 30 years old though?
They didn't put the hearts and the brains, they didn't eat them, they put them in special jars.
No, they would eat them to gain their
No,
fucking
you have-
intelligence and courage.
No, you have to be buried with all of your parts in special jars in Egyptian mythology.
Not in early Egyptians. Later they
Yes,
fucking
well,
start.
I know that when they started mummifying them, they did. So unless you're going like pre-mummification, and I don't even know that we have records on that.
We did.
I feel like they need to do more research on this. They'll just kind of drop the ball on us, like, "Hey, do you want pizza? Cannibalism."
Yeah. Well, we figured if we told people, that we wanted them to come over and talk about cannibalism,
I still would have came over.
a lot of people would be like, you know, like, yeah, of course I'm going to come be on the podcast. You know what? I just realized I have to wash my hair. Or
I think we would have actually
bullshit.
had more people come over if we'd have dropped
Well, that's
the
because
topic.
our friends are fucking crazy.
But yeah, we're going to be talking about cannibalism. We're like, I want to come. I
What
want to talk
time?
about how I'll eat a motherfucker.
What's the next question?
Are you just really prepping us so you can just ask us the question, can we eat you, Chris and Taylor?
Oh, I was about to
No.
say. Wait.
Why'd you look at your wiener?
I wasn't looking at my
That's
wiener.
what it looked like.
I was just looking down like, really? You want to eat this? It's all kinds of like,
No.
Don't let him lie. He was looking at his penis. He
He
wanted
was
you to eat
looking
his
at,
penis.
yeah. He wanted us to gobble up that dick.
I mean, that's the dessert.
That doesn't sound like dessert.
No, it's not. No.
It sounds like a snack.
Desserts are snacks.
Anyway. So, Harry, what else do you have on your mind besides cannibalism?
That's all I got at this point.
It's gonna be a short fucking episode for me to, you know, cut. Hell yeah.
Well, fuck it.
I should show Cannibal this fucking video when I'm done.
No, let's ask fucking Chris and Taylor this.
Okay.
If you could live in a comic book universe, would you? In which one?
Oh.
Now, keep in mind,
First,
this is as a civvy. This is unpowered. This is...
Oh.
As a civilian?
No, screw
Yes.
no
that.
powers.
Suck.
Which,
Probably Marvel.
as a civvy, in, like, what part of the world are you going to be living in?
I don't like this question.
So,
This is the question we threw at Buddy last episode.
okay,
I didn't
okay,
listen
okay,
to that one
okay,
yet. I
okay,
listened
okay.
to Ohio today.
Let's
Oh,
Say,
yeah,
start
say
like
the
it.
DC. Say the
hang on.
DC.
Let's start with Taylor. She's at the end there. Taking her sweet ass fucking
I
time
am.
with the statue of David going on.
I don't know.
You said Marvel.
I did, but now I'm like questioning my thoughts.
Now keep in mind, you know, this is Marvel.
I have no powers. I'm just a random civilian.
Right. What part of the world are you living in?
I'll probably still be like in the United States area so that I can still see all the cool shit. But I'm not gonna get mugged like I would in DC or killed as often. Is how I'm thinking of it. Because DC seems a little bit darker than Marvel.
I mean,
I went with Marvel for if I have to like be unpowered, just because I would want to be in Marvel and live in New York because there's so many fucking superheroes there. I'm protected.
Yeah.
I have
And
a
New York
question.
doesn't really get destroyed
I've
that
got a
often,
question.
unless there's a big event like fucking Infinity War.
Okay.
Jessica Jones doesn't destroy all of fucking.
I mean, I would totally be in Marvel just to see Jessica Jones.
Question.
I would fuck Jessica Jones.
Yeah. I would be
No
her.
powers. But say, would I have the possibility of getting powers later?
no.
Oh.
What the fuck kind
I'm
of question
staying
is
here.
this?
No, that's no fun. I'm just gonna sit there and look at all these fucking badass people being awesome. I'm just sitting here.
Well, you still pick a verse though.
He'd probably pick DC so he can like have a huge raging boner for Superman.
You flaunt that shit. You be proud of it.
Because no one else
Or
is.
ashamed, whichever.
Never ashamed. That's better than Batman.
How do we always mention Batman when we're doing?
Honestly,
Even though, hang on a second, before you answer that, I think you're gonna go with DC, and I think you're gonna go with those
I'm actually leaning towards Marvel, honestly.
Well, I thought you would be like going with a little small town in fucking Kansas,
Not Smallville, no.
so you can be like, "Oh, Clark, are you sure you're not gay? I can
Wow.
beat you."
Yeah.
Here's
Take
another
that
drink.
shot, blow right through me.
Oh my god, no, you would totally roofie Superman.
You
You
would.
can't roofie Superman.
You can put a little bit of stuff in there.
No, you can't.
Just a,
I'm
just
sure
a,
that they have drugs on Krypton. You just
just
have
a
to find
drop of kryptonite.
How am I? I'm just a civilian. How am I gonna get Krypton?
That's just true.
it. Become friends with Lex Luthor, and I'm sure he has things.
I'll probably see
Or
what through
we-
me though.
He'll probably help you.
Just use me as a lackey.
Luthor won't care.
Yeah, but you still get to fuck Clark somehow. So I mean, it's a win-win.
I mean,
Except
maybe
that you
still,
had to
I'm gonna
rape
hurt
me.
myself.
Unless he's doing
Well, I could
you.
give him blue kryptonite. That makes him human.
I thought it was red kryptonite.
No,
So.
red
Red
makes
kryptonite
him-
makes him.
No,
Crazy.
red, yeah, it makes him crazy.
It doesn't make him crazy. He just makes him like no consequences for his actions.
So then he can fuck you. with
Yeah,
the
and
red
destroy me.
Yeah, but
It's,
it would be worse. than
Literally
having
rip
your
me in
eight-
half. Plus,
Yeah, but if you
we're
had
gonna way
sex-
too off
no,
the
hold on,
topic
hold on.
here.
No, we're going right on the
No,
topic.
way off the topic.
So
if I had to
if
choose
you-
a universe,
No, I like this topic better. Let's
Yeah.
go this way.
Duh.
So if he
I would
fucked you, it would be
probably
worse than Russian
choose-
prolapse.
I'd probably.
I got a middle picture of that.
Marvel.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Like, I got a picture of like
Well, I don't know.
Superman
If
ass
the-
fucking
if-
a dude, and then his butt just goes.
Oh,
if I had the
at
possibility
super
of
speed.
gaining powers one
yes,
day,
and
it
it was
might
just
be
like when his
DC.
asshole
Just because
just
the whole
exploded.
metahuman thing, you know.
So if he comes, will it be like a laser? Like,
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
would go through
god,
me.
what? It can't because he comes in fucking Lois Lane.
yeah, but she's.
Well, that's after he learned how to control it. At this point in his life,
Yeah, but
he
like,
hasn't.
if he ever masturbated, what would have happened?
Well, I'm sure he
This
did.
motherfucker's destroying cities.
Yeah. So now I'm wondering how he
He's
was.
putting holes through stuff, anyways.
Oh,
You
he'll
know.
make a new glory hole, all right.
Imagine this. Oh my god, that's a whole new spackling job for fucking Jonathan. Fucking kinks. Like walking into Clark's room, like, really, bro? There's holes all over me. Like, he's just sitting there going, what? Like, motherfucker. What do you think? What? I know what. I know you're fucking from Krypton and you got that fucking super sperm. You're knocking roofs, holes in my fucking roofs and shit.
Like, come out in the fucking field and jack off.
Clark's gotta fucking run off and like jerk off on the moon real quick. That comet that you see, that's just fucking Superman, you know, throwing some fucking
Just
baby
bomb.
gravy.
His mammal cells
Oh, look at
everywhere.
that comet! And, you know, he comes back and he's like, oh shit, goddamn.
So he would give the
Jizz
Milky
meteor.
Way a new.
Wow. First, you look a little Amish.
Oh,
your
on
shirt.
your little bit thing.
Yeah. It's no mustache.
Wow.
This
Sorry.
episode's now fucking ruined.
Wow.
You see it,
Way to
right?
just shame me.
She sees it.
I don't see it. I just see the eyebrows.
It's 16, bitch.
You know, if you added dots on your forehead, you could be in Dragon Ball with that.
I'd be Krillin.
He's kind of a badass though.
No, Krillin, I mean,
Yeah.
amongst the humans in Dragon Ball, in Dragon Ball Z,
Mhm.
Krillin is probably the fucking most badass.
Yeah.
TN, you think at first? Well, that's a different episode. Anyway,
This one is cannibalism.
alright, so,
The other fucking half of that question, though, is where would you go? What universe would you want to be in if you were powered? And what would your power be?
Ooh.
if you were a super,
That was a
Actually-
super-
hold on. You gotta readjust, and he's like, I gotta fix my shirt and shit. Fuck. You only get one.
Hurry
It's
up.
not the ultimate.
Go ahead, because
No.
No,
I'm
no,
not
Taylor.
trying to.
It's your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna be the hoe bag. So a lot of women in comic books are very dressed sexually. So I would be in DC, and my superpower would be seducing males and literally sucking their souls out and
A succubus.
and gaining their powers.
A succubus.
Essentially, yeah.
What was it like? Every horror movies.
Go ahead. What is yours?
No, hang on. What would your what would your super name be?
I didn't think that far ahead. Something with sexton in it.
With sex in it?
Sexton.
Sexton.
SEXTON. I'm kidding. I don't know what my superpower or superhero name would be, to be honest. Or would I be a villain because I'm technically killing people?
What? Well, are you
I would
sucking the
say
souls out of, bad people or good people or anybody?
Well, if she's sucking the souls out of people, at best you're an anti-hero.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and if you're sucking the souls out of people to gain their powers, are you just sucking them out of the villains or out of the heroes as well?
Just knowing how my character is, I tend to be more of chaotic. So I would probably do both if I could gain something out of it, essentially.
Alright. Chris?
I can only have one superpower. I can't have, like, these powers.
No.
Okay. I'd probably go with, like, super speed or something.
So
Or,
we're talking Flash shit.
That, or, what's the other one? New stuff with your mind?
Telekinesis?
Telekinesis. Telekinesis gives me a whole range of stuff. I can move super fast with telekinesis. I could be nearly invincible with telekinesis. As long as
You
I
really
kinda-
can't move super fast with
Actually, you
telekinesis.
can put yourself in a bubble and just go pretty much as fast as you wanted.
So
Right?
So your name
No
would
really
be Bubble
limits,
Boy?
right?
I mean, you
That
could,
movie was hilarious.
they had Jake Gyllenhaal in it?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, oh, it did, didn't it? Have you seen him in the new trailer?
For Mysterio?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What do you think?
He, as Brandy pointed out, he looks like, in certain stills, like a young Chuck Norris.
But it's a toss up between those two, either super speed or telekinesis.
Brandy.
What universe are you living in?
And what would your name be?
We didn't do the names with Buddy.
I'd probably do DC. Oh man.
I would be the Red.
If
Sexton.
I was like
The Red
speedy,
Sexton?
like if I had super speed, probably like Bolt or something stupid like that.
I mean, why would you want to have super speed in fucking DC? Like, you're up against all the different Flashes.
I don't know.
And there's like 27
Because
fucking
I'm just
billion
saying,
of
so he
them.
I'm
can
just
still
saying.
try to fuck Clark Kent.
I mean, there's,
if
what, 52 dimensions in DC?
Yeah.
So there's 52 fucking Flashes?
Well, even on,
Well,
like,
actually,
yeah.
no, there's 53. Because there's the under dimension.
But think of also, like, just on Earth 1, there's more than one fucking, like, there's only
There's
one,
two.
the Flash, but
There's Wally West and Barry Allen. But even though I think I think somewhere along the lines Barry actually died. That's how we got
Barry's daughter also is the Flash. There's what's his name's fucking daughter, who her original on this Earth could have been a Flash. So on another Earth where her
You're talking
dad
about
didn't die,
Harry?
yes, on another Earth where she didn't die,
I mean, there's
she could be a
speedsters in
Flash,
both
he could be a
universes.
Flash, then his kid could be a Flash, and then Wally could be a Flash.
I mean,
So you got like at least four,
there's
like,
Quicksilver
possible
and
4 Flashes.
Marvel.
There's only like one Quicksilver.
Yeah.
But there's only one Quicksilver. You have like fucking billions of goddamn flashes. They're everywhere.
For like the
Yep. Yeah. Brandy.
Yeah, DC. Or, I mean, Marvel.
We've had this conversation with Buddy.
Wait, what's yours?
If you were listening
Civvy?
to the last.
DC.
DC.
And I'm living in fucking Nebraska. I'm staying away from every major fucking city.
They have major cities in Nebraska.
Really?
Lincoln, but that's it, right?
Name one
Lincoln.
besides Lincoln.
Oh.
And how big is Lincoln?
Actually, you should go to South of North Dakota.
I was gonna say, like,
Go to
North
fucking
Dakota.
Montana.
No, go to North Dakota.
Montana's
Apparently
nice.
there ain't shit in fucking North Dakota.
Or Oklahoma.
Too close to Kansas.
Anyways, I'm staying DC. Middle of fucking nowhere, Midwest. I could still run in, and the possibility of running into, some of the supers that are in there.
So
Because they're gonna,
But you can still watch from a distance.
right, because they're also going to destroy cities that really don't exist.